Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade and
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are jumping into our review of the love that's after the lockup. And y'all know they coming back with life after lockup in December. So y'all stay tuned for that. You know, they going bag to bag.
I don't know if I ever I don't know if I ever watched Life After Lockup.
I think it's like just following them after love after lockup. I don't even know who's on. I just know it's coming back. But
Isn't that still Love After Lockup?
that's what I would think too. But I guess we'll see. Y'all let us know. Drop down in the comments. But all of our new viewers and our Shade Squad, if you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button. I'm lying. I did see it.
Oh, okay. And yeah, y'all, the name of this episode is the season 5, episode 8. Here comes the lie. I don't know if I have a word. I might come up with it somewhere in the episode. I don't have one that comes off the top of my head right now, but well, I'm sure I'll find. But yeah. So y'all, let's jump right into the lie of it all. And
I'm thinking of a specific scene that I'm trying to get a word from.
You're funny. Let's get into it and let's get shady. So we start off this episode with Mikey and Chelsea. As we know, Mikey is a little bit pissed off because Chelsea done drove off, and she did end up coming back and told him, get us in the car, because how else you gonna get anywhere else? You ain't got no money, you depended on me, so you better get on the good foot. So he, gets in the car with her, but he's obviously like, all this attitude, I'm just not here for. It's just not giving. And as I said last episode, I wasn't here for Chelsea's attitude either. But I didn't have her that time, so I didn't get to really go in like I would have liked to.
Because that makes a difference.
Because somebody was caping for her.
You damn right. And I'm still caping for her. Because I'm not gonna get in the car if you're gonna be mad at me. Sir, she's not mad at you. She told you what she's upset about. Can you just be supportive and hop your ass in the car?
Well, she takes him to go visit his cute little 8-year-old daughter, Hadley. He was locked up, he said, when she was born, and then he got out when she was only like 3 months old, and then he was back locked up shortly after. So he's missed a lot. Ain't seen the girl in 3 years, but she runs out the house into his arms. It was the cutest thing in the world. Y'all know my sensitive emotional. I'm over here tearing up. It was really cute. And he just really feels bad and kind of like, on everything that he's missed out on. And then he asked Chelsea, like, are you gonna come in? She's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay inside the car. And I was like, this really irritates me about you. Again, her attitude.
You know what? So it did initially irritate me too when she didn't want to go in. Especially initially, I thought that they were going to the baby mama's house. Initially, where I thought, but then I was like, well, I mean, I guess that could be kind of awkward, right? To be like sitting on her couch or whatever. But then when I found out the sister's house, I was like, you don't want to go? But then when she later explained why, I actually felt kind of bad for her. You can't, there's no way you can put yourself in her situation. There's no way. All you can do is empathize, because that's not you. You're not deaf. That's not an insecurity of yours. So there's no way you can be like, well, you just can't. You just have to empathize.
I think, sympathize. Granted, I'm sure that that's a tough challenge. I don't think it means you get to be
the thing also, I think also because it's a little kid, it's an 8-year-old. Now Hadley, she's different. I thought it was super dope the way she handled the situation. I was like, Hadley, yes, like she's dope, but I can understand having some type of disability and being around a little kid. They're going to have questions, or, you can't engage in the conversation. They may, kind of look at you funny. Kids are not so mature. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why, once she explained it, why she didn't want to go in. Imagine maybe it's not death. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something physical that,
I think she's selfish. That's just me. I think she wants this man to leave his daughter and come take care of the kids that she's not watching, but she can't even, barely
I'm not gonna call her selfish, but the only thing that rubs me the wrong way is her the fact that she keeps on saying, well, I've never been with a guy that
has a baby mama.
So my thing is,
because that really irritated my soul.
It irritated me. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And she's like, but I've been cheated on with somebody. Ma'am, that usually happens. I mean, whether it's later on in a relationship, early on in a relationship, sometimes people just don't let people go. That's just what it is. And for real, that's just what it is. Right. But on top of that, my thing is, I can understand more if she had no kids, because they can tend to be selfish. But the fact that you have baby daddies, not saying that they're around.
Hold on. And let's not forget, she has more than one.
The thing is, I think for her, in her mind, it's like, well, they're not around. That doesn't make a difference. That doesn't make a difference.
No, I agree with
and that could change.
I was just like, I don't know.
That could change.
I started this on liking Chelsea a lot. And then I was like, oh, girl. No,
for me, that was like the only thing. When she initially, like I said, it was the fact she didn't go in the house. But when she explained, it was like, okay, well, I won't be able to. All I can do is empathize, because I'm not in that situation. I can't be like, I think I would hate somebody having to translate to me and everything, you know what I mean? But the fact that Hadley actually practiced ASF, I'm telling the whole damn thing, my fault.
No. And I mean, I can appreciate, I understand your perspective. Mm-hmm. If we had not also seen other people who are hearing impaired and have similar challenges, and they still.
But they're also not communicating with the 8-year-old. Like
some of them don't have people that they can't even communicate with. They don't even know ASL.
Let me say this. When I think of her insecurity, because like I said, there's no way I could ever really truly understand.
Right.
I think of a kid seeing like a little person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they're not mature. They may make faces. They may even tease. They're curious. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of like a normal 8-year-old, if, this woman is talking with her hands, she can't speak to you, she can't communicate with you, I could see a normal 8-year-old like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, what? Like, I'm maybe trying to be nice because my dad is here, but they're normally not very nice. So I could understand. And, also she thought automatically the girl wasn't going to like her because of her disability. So I understood where she came from in that. But for me, yeah, the whole thing, well, I never dated somebody. Okay, well, you are now. And this is the man that you chose, and he has a daughter and she's not going anywhere. So you have to warm up to that. You have to get used to that. So
yeah, she just gives me, she wants it to be all about her.
And it's possible. I mean, some people are, selfish and they ain't changing. So.
But yeah, so, she, like Nellz said, she does finally go in and meet the girl, and she done learns. She's learning ASL over there. So runs up to her, gives her a big hug. And I was just like, now granted, she could have acted like, as we've in other shows,
average 8-year-old.
She could have maybe acted like John Real, who was like, this is awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But David had to push through. He couldn't be like, run away and be like.
David was also in their country. I mean,
that's true.
It's not like.
If he wanted to be with her and make a life with her, and that was important to him, he had to get over it.
He wasn't coming back for a very long time. He's in a whole nother country. She could just drive there and meet up with the girl again.
When that girl lives in Ohio, he's in Kentucky.
It's a drive.
I'm just saying. The point, I get Mikey's point that if we're planning to have a life together, mm-hmm. I need you to act a little bit more enthusiastic about meeting my kids the same way you want mm-hmm. me to be involved in the way that I talk to your kids and you know what I mean? That's mm-hmm. all I was saying. That just really rubbed me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she finally does warm up, but then as Hadley's getting ready to leave and the mama comes to get her, and he says that they have a great co-parenting relationship. It ain't no issues. He tries to reassure her of that. And then here she go again. She can't go say hi.
I felt like that was it. I felt like that was partly insecurity also. I'm not gonna lie. I felt
no,
like
no, and that may have been. But again, maybe because none of your baby dad, see, I'm about to be real mean. But maybe because none of the father of your children are around, so he may not have to interact with them. But it seems like if they have a good co-parenting relationship, that at some point she's going to have to meet her. So if that, not saying it had to be that day, right? I'll give her that. But that's where I'm siding with Mikey on this one. It's not given that you give a damn or you really see a future for us. That's how I see it. Or you see a future on your terms. So you're gonna dictate when you won't try or put in effort or give.
I don't want to put all that on her. I think she's trying to dictate when it happens, though. I think Mikey.
But again, she doesn't know because she's never had a man with a baby mama. So she.
Well, one thing is for sure that if they are going to be in a relationship, she's definitely going to have to be around his daughter and have to meet the mother of the child because she's going to be around his daughter. So whether it's now or whether it's in the future, I think that's what she's trying to dictate. I don't want to, completely call her a total asshole.
Right. Okay. Well, and I'll give her that. So then, as she's sitting out, inside the house watching him, and clearly, as Nellz said, she's been cheated on before. So,
and I think in all her relationships. And that's another thing. All her dudes have treated her bad. I think I'm sure she has the insecurity about him even maybe going back to this woman. Like I think her disability is a major insecurity. Even before he got home.
I need Chelsea to go sit on the bench and heal.
That's a lifelong disability, Trace. It's not going.
No, I'm talking about, so you have all, she may have an insecurity about that, but you being cheated on, and I need you to go sit on the bench and heal.
Remember, she mentioned even before he came home, she was like that he may want somebody that he can easily communicate with. Maybe dealing with me is just too much.
Right. That's why he out here, getting ready to uproot his life, leave his daughter, teaching her ASL. Because, he may leave you.
He didn't teach her. She learned on her own. I said, I don't know. Listen, Hadley.
I can understand that, but why would she can learn on her own? But what would give her the motivation or inspiration to learn it unless he told her, the girl that I'm seeing? You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry.
I wonder if he let her know, like, hey, I told her, like, she's prepared. Like, like this is not a surprise to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just walking in blindly.
I don't know. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Even if he didn't tell her, or if he did, her insecurities wouldn't have allowed her to go in or feel any different.
Well, no, because remember when he talked to her off a ledge, he was basically like, it'll be fine. Like, don't worry about that. She's good. Like, she felt a little bit more comfortable. She did pull back a little bit. What if she doesn't like me? I was like, but no, that's an insecurity for anybody, whether they have a disability or not. They automatically think the mama, the sister, the daughter,
the cape
whatever
has come out. The cape has come out. Okay, we are caping. Well, she is caping.
That's how it
Chelsea. But so basically the sister is asking him like, well, you really gonna leave your daughter out here? And he's like, well, I want to start a life with Chelsea, but it is gonna be hard to, leave my daughter again, and especially all I missed out on. And so he obviously has a lot to think about, especially with this whole long distance relationship. And I don't actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard in these YouTube streets, allegedly, don't be quoting me, but I think I heard they already not together, that they already split up, and that wouldn't surprise me.
Well,
that wouldn't surprise me at all. But that was Chelsea and Mikey.
So now we're moving on to Teresa's favorite.
She know this is her. This is her people up in Schenectady. I realized that's where you got that from. Hey. And you know what? You know why I got it? Because when I watched it this time and it came across the screen, I was like, that's the place Nellz was talking about. And then because I could actually see it, I was, I had to sound it out.
You didn't see it before when they showed it before?
No. I thought she was like, I don't know, for some reason I actually thought she was in the city or like closer to the city. And that now it makes sense why you said that last time. But I was like, why did she bring up Schenectady? I was like, whoever says
no, I thought you tried to say it and you weren't saying it correctly, and I told you how to say it.
Oh, anyway. I got it, y'all. It only took the whole season.
So yes, Sharae and Anthony. So Sharae is at the house with her friend Sunshine. When her friend Sunshine shows up for the party, she's got the makeup artist coming through, the hairstylist coming through, because she got to look her best for this style.
Her hair did look cute.
She had the crib was cute. The crib was cute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, really, the crib was cute.
No, I said the crib was cute. I think that's where it left. We're gonna stop it right there.
See, this is why this is my boo. She just gets it. So then, she notices when her cousin gets there, Joanna or Juju, or I think
Juju, I thought
Juju
it was
for
yeah.
short. I think. See, I was reading the screen. Joanna was on the screen.
Oh yeah, it was Joanna, but I guess they call it.
Yeah. But then later she did say Juju. I didn't change it. But then when Juju gets there, she noticed it's getting late. Where the hell is Anthony at? She calling, he ain't picking up. Okay, he is nowhere to be found. Okay, so of course she leaving him a voicemail, flipping the hell out. Girl about to blow a whole gasket. Now,
and she got all them alarms and stuff set going off.
That's what she said. She said, I got to be on time, even though she's running late, but it's not because of her. It's because of her makeup artist and her hairstylist. Otherwise, I think she would have been on time. Now, when he finally gets to the house, she ready to flip out. Okay. But he said, he was getting the proposal stuff ready, and he really don't want to upset her, because she went out of her way to do this.
He gives me the vibes. He's, like he said, he's unconfrontational. He just ignores you. I feel like he won't engage.
It's just, I don't think that he won't engage. I think he just knows how to shut stuff down.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's like I'm not about to go back and forth with you, but we're not about to do this either.
Right.
But I don't think he will just completely out and out ignore the situation. Yeah, he says that he doesn't want to upset her because she went out of her way to do this whole party for him or whatever, and he wants her in a good mood because he went out his way today too to go get her that ring. Okay.
Right.
So they finally get to the party. He's really not feeling it. He's like, but I just want to make her happy. And then
all her friends.
He's scoping out to see. He like, ain't none of his friends there. I think the only person she mentioned was Junior, which is her son. But I don't know. It was weird because she made it seem like she invited his friends because she's like, where your friends at? Where your friends at? They ain't here. So it made it seem like she invited them, but they ain't come. But that wasn't the vibe that he was giving. So I don't know. It was a little miscommunication there. But then he sees Rich walk through the door. Okay. He's like, oh, she real tough, huh? She over here inviting her ex to my party.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, it's about to go down. But it didn't. It just went out the door. They went outside, they went to go have a grown man conversation. And, it was mainly just, making sure they keep stuff straight, keep stuff right for Junior because they're both going to be in his life.
And you know what? It was so funny because you could tell she was just so pressed for something to pop off over her. I don't know. He outside talking to him. I don't know. And it was like, girl, they not worried about you.
At all.
At all. And look, especially that ex, he don't care. If you thought she was going to get a reaction.
Well, she said she saw them get along. And this is something she's wanted for a long time, which I thought was crazy because she was just talking about how she wanted the ex to be jealous.
Right.
So I don't know. Then, Anthony said, he's not concerned. Basically, he goes outside to get the ring. He's not concerned about whether people know that they married or not. Okay. He just wants to see the look on his woman's face. I just like that he's like a man on a mission.
Right.
He's just not deterred from it. Like I don't know. I really like Anthony. I like him. And then he gets down on one knee and proposed. Okay. After letting the whole room know we ain't married. And F y'all. I don't give a damn what y'all think. And Sharae, she says that was just a piece of paper, they locked in forever. And in her mind, they already married. Clearly. But you also produced a fake piece of paper.
Right.
Neither here nor there. But then, basically everybody else does not agree with her logic because they're flipping the hell out. But Sharae says at this point, she really don't give a damn. She got her man, she got her ring. She don't care. And her exes didn't cause a scene.
Well, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
So, y'all know when I, do that in the middle of the video, that usually means that I have some hot tea to spill. And so, hot off the presses, okay, from our lovely friends at Sarcasm, okay? Love After Lockup, Sharae's fiance, Anthony, arrested. Apparently, he is back in jail in New York. He was booked in Schenectady County Jail on October 31st. And yeah, apparently court records indicate Anthony is facing a charge of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 5th degree. The substance is listed as powder. Okay. And yeah, in New York, criminal possession of a controlled substance is a Class D felony. And yeah, and is obviously a parole violation.
They need to give him a break because he was really just trying to stay awake because of all her alarms.
Oh, you stupid. Yeah. So that's the latest on Anthony. All is alleged, but according to Sarcasm.
So this just happened.
Yeah. Because they just put it out.
He didn't even get to watch the whole.
They just put it out today because I know I saw it come up. But yeah, y'all. So let's pray for the boy Anthony. Hope that I really thought he was
gonna go back and they're gonna be like, oh, you a star now, huh? Well, they might not even get that channel.
You said they might not even. They don't get the apps. They don't get apps on their tablet and stuff.
Yeah, but I think it'd be like old shows. I don't think they get the new.
No, but they can't just download like the Stars app or or Paramount Plus or something and get the latest.
No.
Oh, okay. So then we get into Nell's favorite, Joy and Red.
I'm just disgusted. That could be a word.
What?
Disgusted.
Disgusted is the word. I can't say that I was disgusted. So maybe that is a good word. Now Joy drives Red to his mom's house and he doesn't even invite her inside. He tells her to wait in the car while he goes to look around.
It take her a long time to get around.
You stupid. His mama, she big up top, but her legs ain't that big. She got like a big top and not a small legs, but they not like huge. Like, don't say it.
What do you consider her bottom half?
Stop. I'm not gonna have this conversation.
If you're talking about from her kneecaps down, maybe.
So his mom gives him a phone while he's there, but questions him on whether he's really ready to move to New Mexico. He feels like because he's 30 and he's grown, he needs a change in his life, a different atmosphere, start all over. So she basically is like, well, why don't you stay here, get yourself together first, get a license, get a job, like set yourself up before you go into trying to be a ready-made daddy for poor little Sway, who's wrapped up in all this.
She sent me all her money and pawned all her stuff, and I owe her one.
Right, and he ain't trying to hear it, and is just anxious to knock Joy down. So he wants to stop. I know they get to the hotel. I did not get deep in detail. So they get to the hotel. He wants to stop and have a drink
I
before
basically missed that whole.
you
I
stupid.
said I cut it off at the elevator and then got to the car the next day on the way to the hair shop. Okay.
You stupid. And then yeah, so they go to the bar to have a drink. Because it's been so long since he had one. And the whole time he is talking about knocking Joy down and all the phone sex they had while they were locked up. And now he kicked all the inmates out for hours. So they could do
I ain't even
something.
do all that.
Huh?
I
would just thought, I was like, how are you kicking people out the cell? Like, who made you? How does that work?
This is probably why he was always in the hole.
Right. So then, they wake up the next morning and Joy says, it is such a difference having sex with someone who, you actually have a relationship with versus, her one night stands. It's just a different experience. So she drops him off.
Wait, did she actually say that, or are you talking about the part where she said she never had sex in the shower with somebody?
No, she said it's a difference having sex
you know what?
with someone you love.
It's okay. You don't need to repeat it. You don't need to repeat it. I probably just tried to, move on past that.
She definitely said that. Because I was like, did she just say that on camera? We already think you're a little bit of promiscuous.
Not think. She's let us know. So she's like, once upon a time, not long ago, I was
right.
a hoe. She meant yesterday.
You stupid. I was a hoe.
She meant yesterday.
So then she drops him off to go get his hair done. And so he decides that he was going to call his bestie, Julie, I think her name was.
Casper,
that's what she was given. He tells
I don't know what the hell type of makeup that lady had on, but she even had white lips to match.
He tells her she looks so good. And I said, okay, that's what you like. And she's like, well, I want to tell you look good too, but I don't want to say that because we just
what it looked like she had on?
What?
You know how during Halloween, how you get that makeup palette with like the white, the black, and the red?
You stupid.
It looked like she took the white and just put it all over her face.
You're wrong. That's not nice.
But you agree.
So, they say that she's like, we supposed to be besties now. And he's like, they are, best friends. And he admits that he started talking to Julie after learning Joy cheated. So she wants to link up and he plans on going behind Joy's back to meet up with her. And, he feels like Joy only told him about her cheating because she got pregnant. That's the only reason she said anything. And so then the loctician is like, oh, okay. So does she know about Julie? And he's like, she's just a friend or whatever, but and he's like, and she's like, you better be careful because that big might be crazy. She didn't say all that. I added that. But Kerok and Britney.
Yes, Kerok and Britney.
Now you can say I this is my favorite toxic relationship. It's definitely toxic, but I'm still, I still like them. I admit it.
Okay, so Teresa's next favorite.
No.
Kerok and Britney. So Kerok, he's not feeling really good. Apparently, he started taking his testosterone at Fluvana, and they completely dropped the ball, like prisons do. And they sent him home without his prescription. So he had to jump through all types of hoops in order to get his medication. And now he's home. He has to do it on his own, and he don't know what the hell he's doing. So you was about to say something? Oh, okay. So he let Britney give him the shot, but he still really wasn't feeling good and he's not really sure she did it right.
Well, I think he said he had been off of it for what, 72 hours at that point.
So I was confused about that because
okay. So it wasn't just me. I was confused because he said he was getting it while he was in the prison, but then he said he said he had been home 1 week.
72 hours shouldn't.
But you hadn't had. Okay, so we not tripping because I caught that too. It didn't make sense.
But basically, yeah. After the shot, he still wasn't feeling good. He was feeling sluggish. He was feeling tired, slurring his words. So he just went to sleep. So the next morning, he was feeling a lot better. He told her, moving forward, we're going to do these shots. We're going to go to professional. Okay, she like, what? You trying to say it was my fault? Well, I mean, y'all could have really just watched a YouTube video or something. I mean, y'all just sticking needles in people and don't know what the hell you're doing. I think I saw air in the needle, and it just they didn't they really knew what the hell they was doing.
Well, yeah, but I also can understand. I think again, just she just has to assume it has something to do with her and ain't nothing to do with her. He just needs a professional to do it.
I mean, whether it did, I think it was both.
You stupid.
I think it was both. But either way, I mean, you're not a professional, so you should feel no type of way. You don't know what you're doing. You know, that's like you going to quit school and somebody telling you.
I was gonna say, I think if that would have happened prior to the situation, he might have realized that she's a quitter. Maybe I don't need to.
What I was gonna say was, if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, I want you to do my hair, but you're not a professional because you don't have a license," or can you feel some type of way? You really can't, because you quit. Anyways, so yeah, they're headed to school because she wants to quit, and you know he's pissed off because apparently, you know, he spent many lonely nights laid up talking to a sugar mama that's been sending him money in order
to pay for her schooling,
to get through school. Okay,
so the girl got a golden ticket and still fucking it.
And I don't know how that works with you taking a break. She said, "I'm not quitting. I'm taking a break. I need 6 months off so I can follow your ass around every damn where. Sniff up behind you."
Oh, when I tell you my notes say the word for this episode is fucking codependency.
I like that.
It's codependency. Because when I tell you this irritated my soul, if it ain't joy, it's the codependency of it all. Okay. Everybody is codependent.
So yeah, basically, you know, while she's out here basically explaining to her teacher and her classmates why she's quitting for 6 months and she needs to be home with her boyfriend or fiance, whatever, because you know, he's been locked up for 7 years and he's now home. He's outside trying to get a job.
Okay? That teacher looked like she wanted to slap the child, like slap some sense into her.
Clip, she know what she doing, remember? She said that there was a motivational speaker that came and spoke at the jail. You know, really liked him. They really had a vibe, and he gave him a call so he can get in into HVAC. And apparently that's what he was going to school for when he was there. So, boo, while you plan on being up his ass, okay, sniffing behind him, he's gonna be at work. So what are you gonna do?
No,
you know what? I know what she'll be doing. She'll be at brunch.
That's what did it for me. No. She's gonna be at the gospel brunch reading the Bible because she needs to work. She wants to work on her spirituality. That's why she quit school. When that said that, I said, Britney.
You know what? Let me say this. So first of all, yeah. So everybody at the school, they was feeling some type of way. Her teacher was like, "Girl, on a good day, I bring home $3,000." Like, she was like, "You can't do that unless you got a super major degree with, you know, brains, or you're a stripper."
Or Keith Lee coming to whatever restaurant you work in.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying, because she's a waitress and she's like, I gotta pay bills now. And so going to school and the bills are due now. And she's trying to make it seem like, and don't get me wrong, I've been in that place where I've been in school and the money that I am making working my ass off at the time, sometimes 1 or 2 jobs, it seems more beneficial in the moment because I got bills to pay versus focusing on my education. So I understood where she was coming from until she used spirituality.
Let me tell you what the difference is in that situation. I can guarantee you in that situation, you were a single woman at the time.
Right.
Okay. You have a partner who has been helping you, who has been supporting you, and who has been financially helping you, and does not want you to do this, does not want you to take this route, who's actually trying to get a job, okay, to help you more. He was helping you from jail. What makes you think that now that he's home, he's not going to be able to help you? Okay, so that's no excuse. The bills wasn't hurting you before. Matter of fact, you was able to send him money. So the bills wasn't hurting you too much. Okay, y'all was sending money back and forth. Okay, so that's BS. But basically, yeah, she basically says, I know what I'm doing. You know, everybody thinks I'm quitting, but I have a plan. Girl, plan change. Because you got a plan that means you're going to stick to it. Whatever. But yeah, so when they get back in the car, you know, yeah, she let him know that she was lacking on her spirituality. And at first he's like, girl, that's what you're gonna do? Like you gonna take it there, you gonna use that? Oh, don't do that. Don't be acting like, don't do that. Don't do that. My spirituality was lacking. He's like, all right, well, if you would have told me that, because that ain't what you told me. What you
Right.
told me was you wanted to sniff up my, okay? But had you told me that you was lacking in your spirituality, I would have been told you to quit, because you know how important that is to me. And he was all on board. He's like, okay,
I will
get
say
yourself together.
the manipulation of it all, because she knew what to say.
And it didn't last too
to
long.
get him off her.
It didn't last too long, because
Nope.
then she got on the phone with her homegirl, talking about going to brunch. She got on the phone with her homegirl, Shade, talking about going to brunch.
This is what, first of all, I mean, not saying you can't have a conversation with your homegirl, but real talk, I would have probably waited or say, girl, let me call you back or whatever the case may be. But because you're always around this man, you're up his butt, you have no sense of privacy. So you can't even have a conversation with your homegirl without having to go back and basically him listening.
I mean, there's always text. Okay, there's always text.
Right.
But also, she was the one that suggested the brunch. It wasn't even Shay. She's the one that suggested the brunch. So now he's looking at her crazy, like, I mean, did you see his face the whole time?
Oh, I saw it. Because
so he's like,
y'all may feel away. Y'all can drop down in the comments. We can tussle. I was with Kerok.
Yeah, he like, you literally just said in my face, quit school today. Like, we just left. You quitting school, telling me that you don't have time. Okay, you don't have time because you got to work. You know, you are spiritually lacking, but you can make time to go to brunch. Okay, well, you know. So basically, he says that he feels like, you know, her priorities is all messed up. He don't know where they are. Okay, he don't know where her priorities are, and I don't even think he told her about the HVAC thing. He didn't even mention it to her. But he said that, you know what, I may need to distance myself, you know, to let her get her mind right, because we ain't on the same page right now. I said,
and you know what?
I said,
I'm gonna be so. There's two sides to this, right? I would feel really bad for her if they did part ways or they took a break or whatever and he left her alone. Only because she is so codependent. We know that she doesn't really have a relationship with her family.
She also gets kind of reckless. Like she gets like she can't handle stuff, so she does reckless stuff.
Yeah, she just does without like really thinking. So I don't know, but at the same time, I honestly think that might be what's best for her. Like sometimes we need a swift kick in our ass to make us get on our.
And I'm not gonna lie, listen, I don't know how the next episode gonna go, but it looked like he was packing his bags right then and there. It looked like he was packing up. I was like, you decided that fast? You outed?
Because here I am over here trying to get a job and you talking about going to the brunch with your homegirl and breaking up with school because, you know, you need to get your spirituality right. And he's like, instead, I thought you would be at home praying. I thought you, and she's like, don't use that. And I'm with Kerok on this one. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
I don't know.
I wonder, so is she still working at the restaurant?
I don't know. Well, she said something about a nail shop.
We haven't seen her work since
she said something about a nail shop, working at a nail shop.
Oh.
What's called my thing is, right?
She gives me the type, she's probably going through jobs like this because we already know she was showing up late to school before when he wasn't even out and could hardly keep it together and he was in jail. But now that he's out and she wants to be up his butt, I'm sure it's probably on some like Brandon and Mary stuff where she's trying to keep tabs on him and be with him, that she's probably showing up to work late or whatever the case may be.
And guess what?
so busy up his butt.
And Kerok said, no, you won't.
And he doesn't want that.
I'll be at work. Because while you plan on being up my butt, I am planning to get this job over here. So
and I will agree to my point again, when he was in the car and he was telling her like, yo, you know, she was like, I ain't got nobody but you and Shayla, and that's like my sister. And then he's like, well, you got my mom, but let's just be real. If y'all part ways, you can't, I'm sure she might still talk to you, but it's not going to be the same energy that you're getting now that you're the actual girlfriend, wifey, whatever. So I feel like if he does break up with her, it's gonna push her off the deep end. It's gonna go one of two ways. Like I said, it's gonna push her off the deep end, or she gonna get her together.
Yeah.
But that's because she needs to, not for him, and that's what needs to happen. She needs to focus a little bit more on herself.
And he wants her to.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. Oh, you had them. I'm sorry. I was talking so much. I thought it was mine. I'm sitting here looking at you like, you gonna go? So we jump into Melissa and Louie, who is nobody's favorite. Melissa and Louie have left the dentist, and obviously we know Melissa ain't got no $35K for implants, so they agree that they gonna get dentures for the time being. And she just hopes that, you know, he gets up early enough to put his teeth in his mouth before she wakes up. So, and as Nellz said, I'm kind of, well, not even kind of, I'm in agreement with her. I don't know if I would even be making this investment on somebody that is not my husband or potential husband.
Because I think they said that was $5,000, right, for the dentures. Sound like a couple $100.
Well, she's taking him back home to Debbie's and little Debbie's, and he lets her know that he plans on getting himself together so he can relocate when it's time. She drops Louie off, and as they're saying goodbye, you know, Debbie comes out the house being Debbie, and interrupts and tells him, you know, come inside the house. And so
she said she wouldn't do it. She said, I ain't gonna do it.
Refuses, and she's like, I've had enough of your mama, and I'm good. I'm trying to have good vibrations on this flight, so I'm good.
I wasn't mad at her.
I wasn't either. She tells her that she's late. So you know,
Debbie said, you always late.
Right.
What difference that make?
Look, but she also is worried about leaving him with Donna because, you know, she feels like she enables him. And I kind of felt that way too. And maybe I'm wrong, but I just felt like as soon as he got there, she's like, let me feed you. You need to eat. You're gonna eat.
With these dry pasta noodles again. With a meatball. I don't see no meatball.
Right. But you know, once Melissa leaves, Louie tells Donna about what happened with the ballroom dancing session. Donna, of course, tells him that, oh, I'm sorry, why am I calling her Donna? Debbie, my bad. Debbie tells him, of course, is it Donna or is it Debbie? Damn it, I don't know.
Debbie.
You know why it's confusing me?
Because Colty?
Yeah, that's why.
It's Donna. It's Donna.
It is Donna. Okay.
Debbie is
it's Colty's mama. That's what it is. It's making me think of Colty's mom. But anyway, so Donna basically tell him that's to be expected because you know you a fine man out here with 5 teeth. You know how many people want you or looking at your way? She better be prepared. And you can make a good flipping pizza.
That one over there.
Actually, that pizza look, no shade to dirt. That pizza look a little dry. I don't know if it had gotten cold or what, but I wouldn't have ate it if I was Melissa, but you know, whatever.
I mean, he did have to go around the whole damn hotel looking for her.
Well, I don't know.
And getting the Uber to get to her.
I would have needed that to go in the air fryer. But anyway, so be cooked a little bit more.
Ain't got those at a hotel.
Right. Look, I would have been at Little Donna's. So then basically, you know, I wouldn't. She basically tells Louie that, you know, Melissa needs to get over her jealousy. And Louie basically asks his mom, you know, he's like, I really love Melissa. And, you know, so if you can kind of lay off. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And so he tells her about his game plan to move to New Jersey. And so why is, and literally one part says Donna, one part says Debbie.
You couldn't make up your mind.
No. So Donna actually, it says Debbie, but Donna, as you know, well, what about me? What about me? I done moved all the way out here.
You still my mama.
Right. And he thanks his mom for everything that she's done, and they both, get emotional, and he promises that, things are going to be easier this time around, because obviously he's put her through a lot just in life, probably since he came out the womb. And so, he apologized for everything he's done, and, it was a cute little moment between Donna, Debbie, and Louie.
Just 3 people in that house, huh?
Right. But yeah, y'all. So drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think about that. Anthony.
Wait, you didn't do codependent.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Let me pull up the good Google of it all. I got sarcasm on my phone, but hold on. Codependency. Let's hit them with the definition. Now, not the help is available. Comes up on my phone. I just want a definition. I don't need a
you don't need the help.
Hotline. Right. So codependency.
You need to forward it.
Forward it to the excessive emotional or psychological reliance on a partner. Damn, we hit the nail on the head. Typically one who requires support on an account of an illness or addiction, but that's not always the case. And people can be addicted to other people, by the way. So yeah, Shade Squad. Drop down in the comments, let us know what you think. But if you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
Make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you next week. I believe this is going to be the last episode of the season. So we're going to close it out until December. I believe, don't get me lying, but that's what it looked like on WeTV, the app or whatever. But anyway, so we will catch y'all next week for the finale. I'm going to put it out there and say the alleged finale of the Love After Lockup. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.